type them into the chat window. We will address them during the Q&A. So with this, let's start with our first brand of today. As we are talking about the education, so we'll talk about the brand which makes your base in education field. Little Oaks Preschool and Activity Center, blending a timeless educational foundation with contemporary innovations. Their vision is to ensure growth and development of every student as a global citizen. Today we have the founder of Little Oaks Preschool, Ms. Ritu Joshi, on this panel in front of us to brief you more about the brand and expansion. Rituji, first of all, I would like to welcome you on our panel today. Thank you for joining us on this evening.
Thank you so much.
I would want to request you to please brief our investors about the brand, how this brand works, how this brand preschool brand is different from the brands who are already there, the schools who are already there in the market, and what expansion, what opportunities we have with our brand for our investors who are looking for similar kind of education field. Over to you, Rituji.
Thank you, Neha. Can I share the screen?
Yes, please.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. My name is Ritu Joshi. I am from Mumbai. I have been in the field of education, that is early childhood development, since the last 22 years. Little Oaks is my preschool brand. This is the 15th year of Little Oaks now. Talking about early childhood, I am in this field because I am a very, very passionate educator. I am a counselor and therapist. I have 23 years experience in this field. I work as a curriculum developer. I have done curriculum of more than 15 schools pan-India so far. I'm a parent coach. I'm a ECA treasurer. ECA is Early Childhood Association Pan-Asia. It is an NGO which is running for the development of early childhood, and any policies which are made in relation to early childhood and APER, that is primary education, have to pass through ECA. I'm a graphologist and graphoanalyst. I'm an art therapist. I'm an ADHD specialist. Currently, I am pursuing post-graduation in psychotherapy. I also am a strategic leadership trainer. I've got myself trained from Ahmedabad, IIM Ahmedabad. Whatever I've done so far, I've done rooting towards early childhood. So because I want to bring a solid change in this field, I want to make this field child-centric and teacher-centric rather than parent-centric. I've received quite a few awards, prestigious awards. So everybody has a pre-notion for the award that you pay money and get the award. These are not those kind of awards. I've received an award from DNA. I've received an award from Femina Miss India. So I've received awards in relation to being the educationist edupreneur of the year. I've also received the best award, that is from the Maharashtra government also, in relation to value for money for the preschool. I speak at a lot of places. So EduFests, I speak at, we just had a conference in Jaipur, which was in relation to the NCF. NCF is a National Curriculum Framework, which is just now the NEP 2020, if you're aware of. Coming down to why we are here today, that is business. So one thing that I will start my session with is that preschool is a very, 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 very lucrative business. Now, how is preschool a lucrative business? Just a second, Neha, I think I'm having some problem. Just a second. I'm so sorry.
So before, while Ms. Joshi will come back, I would want to repeat, because there are a few people who have joined just now. We have created a WhatsApp community to keep you updated, because today is the second last day for our webinar of this month. We were doing the Independence series, and we are coming tomorrow again, and thereafter we'll come on the Rakhi special one-day series. So Ms. Joshi is back. I think she can go from here. Yeah. Over to you, Ms.
I'm so sorry. Yeah. So what does any business model need? What does a business model require? Number one is it requires a very good product. Number two is it needs a very good foundation. Whatever is the foundation, that person or the holder of the product needs to know that product very well. the knowledge of the product needs to be very good. And understanding what is applicable in the market, understanding the market is something which is very much required. Understanding how do you come up with the changes. Like, for example, right now, the complete curriculum is supposed to change because the NEP 2020 is in progress and it's already implemented. NCF, which is the National Curriculum Framework, is already there. And so it is not possible for anybody to run a school without getting this certificate. Knowing how to sell the product, the marketing strategies need to be good. Now, Little Oaks has been in the market since 2009. We survived the pandemic. 250 schools, Pan, Mumbai, and Pune had to shut down. We survived. I have trained more than 250 teachers in relation to COVID. That is, how do you conduct online sessions? I'm putting this forward so that we understand that resilience is something that is our attribute. Change does not scare us. It gives us more challenges. More than 4,000 students have passed from our institute. All our parents are yet in touch. And we have trained, as I said, more than 250 to 500 teachers so far. Now, what is Little Oaks about? Little Oaks has good foundation. The knowledge of the product is something that we have. So myself, the director, Ritu Joshi, I am in this field for 23 years. I am a trained counselor, and the biggest flaw, I became a counselor. So my first dream was to start a preschool. The flaw that we saw in the preschool business was there was no counselor. It is very easy for anybody to say your child is not writing, your child is not talking, your child is not doing this and that, but solution is not provided. And you cannot give random solution. Understanding of the child is very much required. So we have a complete SOP, standard operating procedure, in relation to children now. Everything is documented, that if a child is not writing, what is to be done. If a child is not speaking, what is to be done. If a child has a habit of tactile, hitting, biting, what is to be done. Everything is documented, plus we have videos on it. We have trained teachers, and I keep up with the learning side. So I keep adding literacy on my papers. So it is not, this is a field of education where we cannot stop at any place. And this is, for me, definitely passion, and it is equally business also for me. Now, we are aware of how do you sell this product in the market. Marketing is an art, and we know how to do it. We have been in the market, been through all the phases, and we have overcome the same. Children are born every single day, everywhere. Okay. And parents' biggest investment is the child. No matter where they are going to compromise, child is not a place where they will ever compromise. School is not a place that they will say that we will not send them to playgroup. Parents today, when you look at the parents today, even if you look at your own self or the family members, the young people that you have, you will see that they don't want to do the traditional things. They want change. They want something new. So when a new preschool is coming in the market, the first 50 admissions are very easy. Surviving is what is difficult. Surviving is what is a challenge. So in the first 6 months, that is the first semester, it is very easy to get students. How do you retain that? That is our problem. So if the quality is delivered and the right marketing is done, it is all done. You give a good product in the market, it is going to run. Why should you invest in our product? Because this is always going to be an upcoming market, and it is an extremely profitable product, very much. The breakup, what is a breakup? You need minimum. So this minimum 1,000 square feet depends upon where, in which area you are. Okay, which city you are in your city, which area you are in. So that depends upon, but minimum square feet required by NEP is 1,000. So 990 is also not okay. You need 1,000 square feet place. Our franchisee fees will be 5 lakh rupees. The investment needed starts from 5 lakhs onwards. 5 lakh is a minimum, and then whatever that add-ons that we have to do. You need to buy toys and books according to our reports, which is worth 2 lakh rupees, because toys is a very important pedagogy required for early childhood development. Books is a very important pedagogy required. there is a very big mention in the NCF, which is Panchakosha, Panchavadi, which is related to books and the toys. Plus the operational cost, which is rent, salary, stationery, the IT department, electricity, phone, media, and miscellaneous. Major expense in the operational cost is salary and rent. The fees charge depends upon your area, location, what kind of setup that you are having. We have 3 different modules where which is for the top class, which is for the middle range, and which is for the low spot. So the fees also depends upon which is the competition. So there is some market survey which is required to do. What is the locality dominance? Do we have nuclear family setup there? Do we have joint family setup there? What is the possibilities of business? What is the spending capacity? Which is very easily understood, understanding the toys market in the vicinity. So we have a lot of strategic planning already in place to understand the market. After the initial investment, the major investment is, as I mentioned, rent and the teacher's salary. If the teacher is paid well, she is going to stay with your institute. The break even is met in the matter of 14 to 16 months, even if you just get 50 students to start with. ROI, that is return of investment, is around 500 to 600% in the matter of 5 to 6 years. The support that we provide is infrastructure support. So you need to give us a soft copy of your area, and we will be giving you the designing for the same. So we do the walls. Walls is with the flex. So there are a particular alphabet room, there is a number room, and there is a particular set of interior which is supposed to be done. The color scheme will be according to what is our colors. We completely give you the brand creation and development model. So how do you create the brand? We give you, share with you 3 to 4 Google forms, which you need to get it filled by 5 to 10 people in your community, in your family and friend circle. Accordingly, we understand the brand and we give you a strategic plan for marketing. Teachers training module is totally there. It is documented also, and we have a lot of videos. We will be giving at least 2 physical trainings to your teachers in the year. The appointment of teachers will be done under our supervision because they are the ones who are going to handle the children in the classrooms. Complete IT support will be given from our end, where we have everything documented and every video possible is there. In relation to how do you deliver the concept of, say, domestic animals, or how do you deliver the concept of how do you cognitive development or fine motor development, all the IT support will be provided. Marketing support, as I said, with the help of Google's forms, we will be giving you marketing support. We have a very strong team. We took so many years to understand the market. I took a few years to understand the pan-India market. So I have done consultation of schools in Pune, in Bangalore, in Surat, in Ahmedabad, in Chhattisgarh. So these are my areas where I have already started schools and I've already trained teachers. So there is an understanding of how the marketing support and how it happens. We have a very strong team at hand right now. So we know our brand, we know our product very well. We have a very strong backup team. We have passion to expand. We want to bring a change in the market when you talk about children. We want to understand each child. We want to be there for each child. When we are growing in this market post-COVID, we are coming across children with a lot of issues in relation to sensorial problems, in relation to visual sensory disorders, auditory sensory disorders, ADD, ADHD. When you see children around you, you're going to see a lot of hyper children around you. We have solutions to all of it. We have great passion to take this product to every place possible because, as I said, we do not want to label children, we want to bring solution. So we want to bring a change where Little Oaks is a school ready for children. We don't want children that are ready for school. Thank you.
Thank you so very much, Ritu. Thanks a lot. Thanks for sharing this much with us and with our investors. So we'll go ahead with the procedure of taking question answers. So let me start. Meanwhile, guys, if you have any question, you can. I could see few people raising their hand. So every time I have to say again, I'm telling you, if you have any questions, please write them into the Q&A box. I'll take up your questions. So now we are starting the process of question answer. So instead of raising hands, it's better if you can just write the question into Q&A window. So there is one question being asked by Mr. Rao. What is the cost of franchisee?
It is 5 lakh rupees, sir. So you have to pay 5 lakhs to begin with. The first year is, we'll start with the same thing. From the second year, we will be charging 15% for per fee structure per child.
Okay.
So this registration stays with you for 5 years.
So this contract or agreement we are saying, if we do
5
it
years.
for 5 years, and then post 5 years, we are going to renew it.
You
What
can
will be the
renew,
charges?
but there is no franchisee fee after that.
After that, there is no franchise fee.
No.
Only the royalty is there.
Only the royalty will be, which also will get lower.
Okay. All right. Perfect. One more question is there. Which permissions is required for preschool?
We live in a strange world, very strange world. There is no permission which is required for preschool.
So there is no permission is required. What kind of taxes are involved into preschool?
Preschool is GST free.
Great. So there is no tax. Wonderful, guys. Like if you want to go into education, that's why I keep saying that education is not something like, though it's not easy for everyone to go into this business, they don't even think with their point of view, like whenever we talk about food and retail. So for people, it sounds really easy because they keep seeing all these things around and they feel that if they want to go into education, you need a very solid or strong background, but it is not like this. I think education is the best business to do in today's today's era. And yeah, I think I could see people are coming forward for this because there is a lot of benefits which you are going to get when you are coming into education.
But Neha, I will make one thing very clear. We will be handing out our franchisee only when we find somebody very passionate.
Yeah.
The person sitting on the chair is the most important person. Okay, they need to understand the product. So for us, whom we are giving the franchisee is very important.
That's actually it should be there in the system. Then only a franchisee can grow. And in your business also, because you're going to give your brand name and you're going to give it only on the basis of the faith you are going to see in the person that it will grow.
Correct.
So we just totally understood.
Yeah.
There is one more question. Mr. Sharma is asking, how are you different from other schools? What's the USP?
From other schools, the difference is, number one, I'm a counselor therapist. So you will not find a preschool run by counselors and therapists. The curriculum designed is a fusion of Frobel. It is a fusion of Montessori. It is a fusion of Gijubai Badeka, our Indian educator. And there are a lot of therapies. You will not come across a curriculum which has therapies in the curriculum. Number two is, I'm a trained professional. I know the NCF, the National Curriculum Framework. It is going to take 2 more years for the school to implement it. Our curriculum already speaks about it. So it is very problemless, the curriculum. So when there is a child going from our school to another school, the transition is extremely smooth. Yeah.
Rahul is asking, what is the criteria for good location?
The criteria for good location is, I don't prefer highways. Okay. It is supposed to be a place which is not traffic, but it is supposed to be a good location where in and around, when a parent is coming to drop and pick the child, the location should be good enough for a person to come. So the location around also should be good enough. And ground floor is better always, because if there is ground floor, you can use some outdoor space. Maximum you can go is till the first floor. I'm not okay with going higher than that.
Okay, understood. All right. What all the areas we are looking expansion in right now?
We don't have anything like that. As I said, my specialty or my understanding more is towards Maharashtra and Gujarat right now. but we are absolutely okay going any place because NCF is coming, NEP is coming. So education is going to be same pan India. So no matter where we go, we will do good. And we know how to sell the product.
Perfect. Perfect. There is one more thing I would want to ask. Do you provide help into finalizing the professionals to provide studies to the students?
Sorry, I don't get the question.
Like, do you help, let's say if I am going to take the franchisee and I need your help to hire people to provide education.
We will only help. We will only help to provide the help to appoint teachers, appoint center heads. So the interviews will happen with me directly or my team, because they are going to be the ones who are going to delicately handle. When a child is coming to the school, the child is the heart and soul of the parent. So there has to be somebody very responsible handling them. More than the curriculum, the child is very, very precious. So when who is in the classroom is very important. So the complete appointment structure will be through us.
Perfect, understood. And it's really good that you're helping in finalizing or looking best professionals, the people who are going to provide education as per your standards. There is one more question being asked by Mr. Pandey. Are such children's school government approved? Any involvement with state or central government education departments?
Except for Kerala and Bangalore. Nowhere. So there is no government approval required for this. So under government and under the system of that particular. So like, for example, in Mumbai, we have BMC. Okay. So under that, only Jilla Parishad, only the Anganwadis and Balwadis fall. To open an Anganwadi and Balwadi, you need more permissions compared to what permissions you require to open a preschool.
Understood.
Those, they only come under the government supervision, nothing else.
That's really wonderful.
No, it is not good, ma'am.
But I mean, I think it is, because you don't have any involvement of so many, communities. And
there always should be a body to monitor. There always should be.
Okay. Rahul is asking approx running cost.
Approximately running cost. So if you have, say, for example, 50 students. So if you have 50 students, we always recommend to have 2 batches after the one another. Like one is a 9 to 11 batch. The second should be 10 to 110 batch. So you are appointing 3 teachers and they are managing the children. So when you are appointing 3 teachers, now the salary of the teacher depends upon place to place. Rent depends upon place to place. So your fee structure and your rent and the salary, like for example, we talk about, say, Mumbai city. In Mumbai, say I'm paying a rent for 1,000 square feet, I'm paying a rent of 1.5 lakh rupees. So accordingly, the teacher salary here will be somewhere around 8,000 to 10,000 or 8,000 to 12,000 if the teacher is taking 2 batches. Okay. So if the teacher is taking 2 batches and I'm paying 12,000, so 12,000 into 2 is 36,000. Plus you need a center head for whom you need to pay 15,000 to 20,000. So approximately if you are having, say, 50 students, your operational cost somewhere will be around 1.5 will be your rentals, and 1.5 lakh will be your operational cost. I'm talking about a higher end. So somewhere around 2.5 to 3 lakhs per month, provided you are paying that much rent. That is 1.5. So you can calculate accordingly, because the rent, if the rent is going high, that area is like that. The salary will go high. If the rent is low, the area demand is like that. So salary will go less. So electricity and everything. But I would again clarify, major expense is the rent and the salary.
Understood. All right. One more question is there. Rahul is asking, can you help me in finding the suitable property?
I think our service providers will be helping you with that.
So we do have people who can help.
Yeah. So we will be helping you with that. Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you. Abhishek is there. He's asking what would be the are you open for residential area also apart from 5 lakh franchisee cost and running cost till we survive approx rental location is Delhi.
Delhi.
Yeah.
So what is the question? I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to understand this. Apart from 5 lakh franchisee cost, approx running cost. Okay. Till we survive approx rental. Okay, I think he's in Delhi and he's asking about the residential area.
So
He's
Delhi,
in his own area.
in Delhi specifically, I think in the South Delhi, schools are in residential areas only. And I think quite a few schools are running in the residential area. So there is a bungalow where the residents of the bungalow are on the second and the third floor. And the school is running on the ground floor. The basement also the school is running. So absolutely, yes. If the people living in the house don't have a problem, I would only suggest the entry and the exit of school and the residence should be different.
Separate, right?
If it is different, then there is no problem.
Okay, perfect. One more question is there. Who would be the regulator? What about children health, well-being and nutrition part? Who will be responsible for any unwanted incident occurred with any of the students?
So there is a SOP which we hand over to you. Little Oaks will never give food in the school. Even if you have pantry management done, we will not give food. Being in this field for the last 20 years, I've worked with schools where the food is also given. The major issue which comes in relation to the health of the child is when you give food. Children of this age keep falling sick. So we do not on a platter give reasons to the parents to blame the school. The other issues which are coming to the school is number one, that the children fall sick, which is due to the viral and everything. So the first thing that we do is we have good relations with the pediatrics in and around the area. This is one of our marketing strategy. The second issue coming is to the school, the child hitting each other, the child biting, for which we take parenting sessions and make the parents understand that what is possibility to happen in the school. So we have our SOPs for everything. So if there is an accident happening in the school, the teacher will always get a document that what to do when it is happening. And we will always be available. The team will be available.
That's very important actually.
Yeah, very much, very much.
Yeah,
the well-being of a child is very important.
That's really important. This is a priority when we talk about school. So thanks a lot. Thank you so very much, Rituji, to joining us and sharing so much inputs with us. I could see that people are showing so much interest and they are involving themselves.
One more thing I will add is,
yes, please.
We are tied up with application which is in relation to medicine. And this is something we will be bringing up everywhere. This is where this application is engaging all the application related to doctors. So doctors now work with under applications, Pro Doctor, Proactive. There are many applications. Even when you are getting a report done, there is an application through which you are getting everything comes through a PDF. Okay. So the school, the parent will be having the access to what the child has done, which medicine the child is having, how many vaccines are done, what is the doctor's report saying, everything. And when there is a problem happening with a child, the parent will be having the power of access to this application. So a school also can intervene and we can understand why is the child having a problem. At times, there are a few medicines due to which the child's concentration goes low. At times, there are a few medicines due to which the child becomes very active and hyper. So when we are in sync with what is happening in relation to the medicine part, then it becomes very easy. And we've already been using it since the last 6 months as a trial, and it's really helping us out.
This is really wonderful, and I think it's quite professionally for you to use this.
Yeah.
So wonderful. I think it's wonderful. Thank you so very much. Thanks a lot for joining us on this evening. It was lovely to hosting you and to know more about your brand and the way you are working in the market. Thank you so much. Have a lovely weekend ahead. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Neha, and thank you so much, everyone, for listening to me with so much patience. Thank you.
So with this, we'll keep forward with our next brand for the day, MTech International Culinary School in Gujarat. It's Gujarat's first certificate culinary school from City and Guilds, London. CNG is recognized in close to 150 countries, and most of the hotels recognize their certificates. Today, we do have their head chef and founder with us in front of you to discuss more about the brand, to tell us more about the brand, Mr. Pradeep Dey. Pradeep ji, I would like to welcome you on our panel.
Yeah.
And I would want to request you to put some light on the brand you are promoting right now, and how our investor and our partners who are interested in going ahead with this brand can be a part of this brand and be a franchisee partner to do it more in the market. Over to you, Pradeep ji.
Yeah. Good evening, everyone. I hope I'm audible to everyone clearly.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you so much for this opportunity. Let me talk about MTech. MTech is a 10 years old organization. We started this institute in year of 2012. And myself, I'm a hardcore chef. I have worked with many five-star hotels as well as the abroad. And we have started this institute in year of 2012, as I mentioned it. And we are certified from City and Guilds London, which is one of the best organization from London. They provide the culinary education qualification. So we are under them. Also, we are certified with National Council. So our students are all get certified after doing their course. Can I go to the next slide, please? So we also awarded from Times of India in year of 2020 as the best culinary school in Ahmedabad. Let us talk about our school. As culinary arts is now a really passion for every young generations, and we have this journey for last 10 years, and we have passed through a lot of situations, like in the time of Corona also we have seen this how difficulties, and we have crossed that, and now we see that every time we have a very good amount of intake coming from all over the India. So we have thought of this culinary school to not stop in Ahmedabad only. We want to take it to the other cities. That is the reason we have take a handhold of Fancroft and take this opportunity to take these other cities. So this is all about, like, we have some renowned celebrity chef from India. Those are representing India into the world, like Chef Vikas Khanna and Chef Sanjeev Kapoor. Everybody know. So we have just taken a little reference that how this field is important, and people are getting good opportunities. Can you go to the next slides, please? Yes, as come to the point, why MTAC? MTAC is affiliated with the City and Guilds, which is again a body from London, and they're very prestigious certificate because they're the only body who provides a global certification. And the global certification give the access to the students to get job any part of the world, because the City and Guilds is the only body of World Chef Association those recognized, because our students are presently going to France for their internship programs after doing the courses. Next slide, please. So these are some pictures what students has made in the time of their journey. Presently, we have a lot of students. These are working for ITC Narmada and different properties in Gujarat as well as Bombay and abroad as well. Next slide, please. This is our present team of our MTAC, and we have also backend team. Those are working not in the front, but they have a lot of support to doing this schools running in a proper way. So next slide, please. This all our students' works. We have students coming from abroad. Some convocation photographs are there. We are associated with so many hotel chefs. Those come for the convocation. We have good relation with the HR, so that our students get their jobs as well as their training. They don't get any problem. Next slide, please. Yes, our story. The institute is get a registration in the name of Manju's The Art of Cooking, which is the name changed to MTech after some years. It was found in the name of Chef Pradeep's mom, actually my mom name, and then it has been recognized as a MTech now all over the places. And MTSC is, again, it's written all what we have spoken. It is a global certification programs what we are running. We have students presently working from all the hotels. If you come, if you are from the hotel industry, anybody, or those are knowing about the hotels in your our Ahmedabad as well as the other places, and our students also, they start entrepreneurship after doing the courses. We have students here. Okay, let us go to the industry requirement. As industry has a great requirement of manpower, especially for the hospitality. So we have always have a continuous requirement coming to the place. And about the faculty team, we have all chefs from myself, as I am a hardcore chef from different property. I work with Taj, Oberoi, ITC, and also work with the Michelin star chef, and presently working for this MTech. And we have other team members, those are already worked with Taj and different properties. So altogether, we have a good experienced chef here. Those are in the faculty team. Next slide, please. Next. Yeah, as we have given a landscape of the market, as its food is actually very important for everyone's life. It's not only that we eat every day dal khichdi, so like we love to eat new dishes. So we always experiment with the new restaurant and every places. So as this industry always growing like anything, so we have a great requirement all over the places. We have mentioned here all the places where it's required, like QSR, and we have these hotels in a cafe everywhere. So we have mentioned all the parameter, how these are taking into the market. Next, please. So as again, the culinary arts, it's if you see the old things like 2023, now it's going high and high. We have given 2019, now still this is going like anything. So we are expecting more grow in the same field. So we want more people to join with MTech and take this ahead. Next slide, please. So these are the parameters. Again, we have mentioned it. The growth of the MTech, and we are looking for the expansion all over India. Next, please. Yeah, we have given this bifurcation schools in India. As I'm coming to this again, if I see my career also, like we as a parent, we all want that our kids wants to become a doctor or an engineer. But as the reality shows that if you see that only 30% become doctor or engineer, but 70%, which is a major part, which like those people, they are our targeted audience, because we have students coming from those percentage. Next, please. So now coming to the franchise proposal, I'll talk about it. So we require 1200 to 1500 square feet. We have actually a two format. Like in the 1500 and 1200 square feet, you can have a intake of around yearly around 125 of, I'm talking about the longer programs, what we run, the diploma program and advanced diploma. But if you go for a 3000 square feet, there you can run more than around 300 students, right? So the cost of the admin and reception, we have given a clear bifurcation. It would be around 4.25, and yeah, little smaller so that they can see. Yeah. Yeah, accounts will be costing you around 2 point. Yeah. So accounts would be 2.24, and the storeroom, which is 4.73, because there will be some equipments required, like your we require fridges and everything. So the kitchen is require the high investment, because there will be having a lot of equipments and machineries, which is the heart of our business. So we call that around the 50% of your investment goes into the kitchen. Now other equipments, like we have a small equipments and things are there, so that is around 3.5. Raw material cost, we have accepted 1 lakh. That will always changeable according to the uses of your student strength. The franchisee fees, it costs 7 lakhs if it is 1200 to 1500 square feet, and the business promotion 1 lakh that we invest on the social media to get the your intake initially when you are starting. Now go to that total investment, it costs to around 46.78. It can go to little higher, because as market prices are changes with the equipment, because some equipments comes from out of India, there is a changes of the price, right? So we'll be having a 2,50,000 as a security deposit, which is refundable but without interest. And list of the amount, which is your operational money, which you have to keep it with you for running the places, and your 5% of your total revenue, we recommend that you should spend for your printing promotional, like your newspaper ad and all. Then royalty will be charged to 15%, and the exam cost, because which is exam will be happening from HO. So we'll be sending faculties to take your exam, practical exams. So there will be charged 2% on that. And the payback period we are expecting is 21 months, and agreement period is 5 years. Next slide, please. Yeah, as I mentioned it, that is a single unit and 2 unit. We have 2 unit. One second.
Guys, meanwhile, you can keep sharing your questions. Whatever questions you have, keep writing into the chat window, into the Q&A box. We'll take up the question answer after the presentation. Over to you, Pradeep ji.
Yeah, thank you. Again, back to on this. So we have 2 format, as I mentioned, that one is your single unit and as one is your multi-unit. So in single unit, if somebody have a smaller place, then they can have the short programs. We have utilized our kitchen in a very nice way. Like we have this kitchen running from morning 9 to till 6 o'clock. So we have a practical session for 4 hours, and rest we have the timing for the theory session. So that what happened, like morning session, we start for the culinary practicals, and the second half we start with the patisserie practical. So in between this culinary, once the culinary faculty is over with the practical, they will go with the student with the theory. By that time, the kitchen is utilizing for the pastry practical, and they will be finishing by 6. So the students of the pastry diploma, they come at around 10:30, and then they start their theory. And by the time they finish with their theory, then they'll go for the practical. So we are utilizing our kitchen for 2 courses. That is how the whole week will be running. In between, the practical happens for 4 days. Remaining 2 days, we run the short courses, which for targeting audience is our housewives or home bakers, because that is a big area where students come from and they take the classes, and there is a utilization of your kitchen happens, right? And let us go to the commercial part, like your this thing, investment, everything is yours. Yeah, ownership of your brand is everything is yours, and rental and HR expenses, everything is all maintained by you. What support you will get from the brand will support you for rest remaining thing, because we'll be giving you a software. From the software where you can make your exams and everything happening, that all be from HO will be control on it, and your continuous training, which is the more important thing. If you are not from the field that you want to invest, but how will you get the chef? How will you know them that they are good or bad? what about their skill level? So that all will be decided by our team members, because we have all a skill chef here, and they will decide and they will take their interview. Even they should be good parallelly with not only the skill as well as their theory part, because the theory is given by the city and girls, that we take care, because there is an exam will be happen, exam will be taken by city and girls, so students can get fail. But we have all our experience of 10 years, we have all our stored exam papers or past exam papers, that we do a pre-test, so the students doesn't face any problem, right? These all the training will be taken care by the HO. So you don't need to worry about your exam, because that all will be through pre-test, they will get polish about it, right? So this is how the programs will be supporting by the HO. Even we will be having every Saturday any development recipe. We will be talking to the new place with their chef, that we have all over the places, that what we have planned of presently, and we are doing this experiment at HO, and we'll be following to the same other unit also, so that every Saturday we'll be having a session with all chefs meeting. So there will be clarifying all the problems what they are facing with the curriculum teaching, or any way of making they're facing any problem. So we have a Saturday all over the places wherever the MTSC would be, we'll be having a meeting, and we'll clarify all the point. There I will be heading them. So under me will be all have the team of chefs, and we'll discuss. So students will not any facing problem if students is running from MTSC Ahmedabad or MTSC Pune, whatever is the places. Right. Next slide, please. So ideal partner profile, definitely we are looking for a profile who is at least having some knowledge about the food field, so that he will understand that how the chef's requirement into the industry, and how to this hospitality happens, and how it works actually into the business concept. Next, please. So we are looking for pan India, and as we are working on the different cities, and Franchisee India is promoting us, so we have some good leads from different places. We are thinking that will be closed very soon, because we are in a talk of closing. So we are looking for other partners to join. So it's open to everyone. If you all have any questions about the brand, please let us know. Next slide, please. As we have spoken before, the pre-opening and the post-opening services, what we are going to provide. Site approval and selection, what site we are looking at. Actually, we are not looking at very posh area for our culinary schools. We're looking for the area where we could be accessible for the students, easily come, and interior and other supports will be provided by this HO, because you have to follow the same interior, same machinery, same decorations, everything, because we have already pre-approved suppliers for us. Those are giving our machineries and everything, which we are going to share to you all. And whoever is joining, he has to just get on board, and things are ready already. So you have to just copy paste there. Organization launch promotion will be happen through all our social media, because we have a huge social follower in our Instagram and Facebook. That is actually the main source of getting our students presently, because this is a young generation things, and we get a very good inquiries generating from there. So we are going to generate a lot of leads from there, and we'll send it to the center head there. Training, standard checkup procedure. We'll be having every 3 months a checking going from our HO to your place, to see that how you're maintaining your standard of teaching, as well as the hygiene about the uniform and everything, because we follow a proper decorum under the City and Guild guidelines, because we also have a audit from City and Guilds that happens in HO, and we will be following the same standard to all our centers. Yeah, some of the places is like your negotiable thing can happen. Like if you are buying a oven or fridges or mixtures, planetary mixtures. So if you go directly to the supplier, sometimes it will cost you higher. So we have a approved supplier. So from there, if you buy them, that will cost you less. We'll get them connected with you. All ingredient supports and everything will be taken care from institute. Yes, and now the post opening, which I have mentioned, business development activities, everything will be happen from HO. So we'll be having only one website. From under there, there will be a all centers name will be mentioned, and the respective leads will go to your place. Institute will provide all the creative from here, and that has to be broadcast to your place if you're doing for printing thing, like your advertisement in printing or any of the printing, that has to be get approved. Effective training through course material, all whatever the upgradation happening into the industry, whatever the new recipes are developing, that will be taking on the, as I mentioned, the Saturday we have a chef meet. There I'll be teaching everything new dishes to our all center chefs. Frequently official visit and audits will be taken from HO, because we are very strict on one thing, that if we don't follow some correct standardization, then the learning will get affected, which I have learned from last 10 years of my experience, which I want to follow to other centers as well. And we are having all things on here in Ahmedabad, how we are following, and that will be followed the same what is our entire team target to do that. So that is what we have entire thing happening for last 10 years, and we want to copy the same thing to other location. And whatever the new promotional happening for, like we have some activities happening to the different association, like we do some of the activities for bake and sell, or some new any of the college, we go there and we do the demonstration. That all will be guidance will be given to the new centers, and they have to follow the same thing. And that also sometimes HO team member will go there and do together in the initial test stage. Next slide, please. So thank you so much for bothering me.
Mr. Raj would want us to show the previous slide one more time, whereas we have mentioned the expansion. So I'm just showing it for one time.
Sure. Please.
These are the all areas we are looking expansion for this brand.
Correct. To add on to this, I will say two cities I want to close, like Pune and Bangalore. I am in talk, so it is very in a closing position. So these two cities, I will not go ahead if somebody is interested on that.
Pune and Bangalore, you're saying that we are about to close.
We are in talk with some people.
So once we are done with Pune and Bangalore, you mean to say we'll close those locations? We'll not go for another franchisee. Since you are telling us about this thing, I would want to know, are we doing a concept wherein we are giving only one center in one location?
Yes, actually.
That's wonderful. I think that's how we are not
That's what we do.
Competition with the same brand. And I think if we do have one center in one city, so all the people, all the students who want to do the similar kind of course, we are going to come to the one center, and then one center is going to be really profitable into one city. It's a wonderful concept. So thank you so very much, Pradeep ji. I would want to take up some questions now from here.
Surely.
There is a question, how big this platform is for training?
For training, yeah. See, we are doing it. We have a team here of training. As I mentioned, every Saturday, even presently, what we are doing it, that is, we have through a Zoom, and we do practically that dish making at the place, and it same way the center has to be follow, and it has been recording also will be giving to them after the session for their teachers, and they have to follow. the same thing what we are doing.
Okay. One more question is there. What type of cuisine training do you provide?
We do patisserie and culinary. So entire programs. We have a 6-month culinary program and 6-month patisserie program. If somebody is doing advanced diploma, he or she has to go for 6-month culinary, 6-month patisserie.
Okay.
And in under culinary, it is entire all multi cuisine will be covered. In patisserie, entire from bakery to your pastry works will be covered.
And in culinary, it's all multi cuisine.
All multi cuisine, yeah.
And if there is someone who want to do some specialized training into one, kind of.
That's what I mentioned. Now we have a short program. There is a short program which is 1.5-month course. 1.5-month course. So there is a specialty on the cake shaping, specialty on cooking, specialty on your baking. We have that option for the.
One question I would want to take, I just want to ask myself, it's out of curiosity. Do you only provide a training in your offline center, or do we have any online training programs?
No, online we don't do, because we want to create chefs actually. And practically, if you don't do by yourself, you don't get that feel.
That's
you
true.
Might be you're making a dal makhni through online. Once you are not getting the aroma of it, you will actually not realize that how it's supposed to be tasted.
It's very important to feel what you are doing. So yeah, I understand. I feel what you're trying to tell. Okay, let's take the next question. Jayesh is asking, what is the marketing strategy? Do we get any marketing support?
Yes, we do, because we have a as we are in the 10 years legacy in the industry, and we have a huge follower in Insta, as well as we have different way of marketing. Let me just tell you, we have Instagram, Facebook, as well as we do all kind of activities to the schools. Like we are associated with their JIDA school and different schools. We do for their class 12 students, and we do some of the activities there, talking about how culinary field is there, what future is there for them. This all the activities we do. We do activities on your radio when we are doing the closing. Every 3 months is the admissions happen, so we do 1 month prior of that. A lot of activity happens. We do a lot of workshops, different cities, different places. So a lot of things will be happening. Initially, whenever somebody is joining, we'll go there, we'll go to their different schools and promote, talk about the culinary, why to join in culinary, what is the future.
And I think the best part which I find is that since you are giving one center in one city, so whatever marketing support, whatever promotional things you are doing, the benefit is going to go to the center which is available in that city. So it's really
now adding to this, I just like to talk about some idea. Like when somebody is investing our brand, when you are creating your kitchen, so by that time we'll start promoting your brand on our Insta and a different platform. So we'll get the leads. So what we are planning, once we sign up with us, and we'll start your brand to get promoted. Like our center will get promoted. And parallelly, we'll take our first candidate will take our admin staff. If I take the admin staff, and he or she will start converting the students to get the admission. Like after 3 months, my batch is starting. By the time your kitchen is getting ready, and you start earning. Understand? Because you will take the admission, which is the admission fees you are taking. So if you're done with the 10 admission, you have at least a good amount to get start. So that is how the center happens. Like it will be a very something is really that in will be started.
Yes, that's really good. Jayesh is asking, what is the break even of investment?
Break even will take around 18 to 20 months.
18 to 20 months, you said.
Yes.
All right. And what is the ROI?
So sorry, break even is ROI is 18 to 20 months, and break will take 6 to 8 months.
Okay, it's wonderful. I think under 1 year we will be able to do the break even. That's really
yes. See, it's a cycle. Once batch is started, you will come to know the understanding. So you'll come to the first batch started with 10 people. Now I can target to 15 candidates. That is what we are also following here. See, we don't need to do a huge batch, because that's the concept. We want to take it out to other cities, because our targeted, we have to close to 150 to 200 students for diploma to advanced diploma if you are doing higher side, because our course fee start from with 2.5 lakh and advanced diploma is 4.79 lakhs. So that is a quite good amount. Like if your admission is happening in a correct way, you have a monthly EMI coming from your students. So you know that how to balance your place.
Understood. That's good. How do we finalize chef or provide training? Do you help in providing chef or?
Yes. We have, see, we are already 10 years in the industry. So our already 8 students are working for hotels. So presently for that 2 places which I have talked about, I have already started recruiting them. Like we have started talking to them because they are going to come back and already they have done this course. So they are already well versed with the entire study and they are joining us. So that is the advantage for us. And also we can take our new chefs from the hotels also, but they have to go under the training of MTech HO so that they will understand how to run the all recipes and deliver their theory paper.
Mr. Rahul is asked how many franchise centers you have in India?
Presently, as I mentioned, HO is in the Ahmedabad and we have closing to Pune and Bangalore.
So we have 3 centers if we talk about this.
Yes.
So when I was going through with the profile, I've read somewhere related to some international recognitions we have. So can you just put some light onto this? How we are connected with some international?
Yes, correct. It's a CTN Guilds is the body from Oxford, which is a 150 years old organization. If you go through sites of Oxford, CTN Guilds, you will see there's a under ILM, CTN Guilds, and Oxford. CTN Guilds, they give the recognition to the centers. Like we are the centers in Gujarat, only one center that we are certified for giving the courses here, and they provide the entire curriculum. Like what I have to teach, how if I'm teaching from my side, like whatever I have learned, and I just made a syllabus and I'm doing it, and if the industry is not accepting it, then what students value in the market. That's why we have this body. They have a way, they give every students a smart skin. Whoever is joining to MTech, they get a smart skin from UK straight away. So they know that they are studying from City and Guilds London. And every recipe start from their entire theory, starting from food safety, their hospitality, and also the principle of culinary and principle of whatever the course they are joining. And they get the all study material, they download it, then they can save it. But that access will be given to 6 months or 1 year as per their course. After that, they won't. So these are the
yes, please.
Yeah. So this is actually a huge recognition. As I was in also UK, so there's this body is very well sound. If you those are interested, I should say that they should go to my institute MTech site as well as the City and Guilds site, and they'll come to know that how what is the value of the certificate and what is the acceptance.
You mean to say that we are preparing them on international level? So
correct. Already, my students are working for France. We have associated with some of the agencies. They take our students and send for France internship program. So they are recognized and accepted.
Very good. Mr. Anmol is asking, can you share course-wise fee chart? So if not course-wise fee chart, this is a wonderful question. Even I myself would wanted to ask you, what is the ticket size of a course? If you can just put some light on it.
1.5 month course, it starts with 53,000 and including of GST, and the 6 month course is 2,49,000 including of everything, GST and your exam fees and everything, and 4,79,000 is for the advanced diploma 1 year program.
Okay, and what are the hours of these courses? If you can just tell us.
These courses are for diploma, which is Monday to Friday. It's advanced diploma and diploma is Monday to Friday. And your short courses, 1.5 month program is 3 days in a week, because we have to give this liberty because those are already working lady or housewife, they want to join.
Understood. Okay. Well, or as the duration of the course is, I mean, we do have a course which is for one month, 1.5 months.
1.5 month and 6 months and 1 year. We have very clear on our program.
So when we talk about, creating some professionals in, cuisines or in cooking and all these things. So do we need some kind of background? Let's say if I want to do this course, do I have to have good cooking skills, because I think if I'm going for a course for 1.5 months, I'm not sure if I would be that pro after 1.5 months.
Now,
That
very
I
good
know
question.
anything.
I'm really happy with this question. Really good question. If you ask myself, chef, आप कैसे chef बने हो? So I was not knowing that I have to be a chef. I was good at drawing, honestly. So from there, and I took this platform and I keep doing it. Actually, once you want to become a chef, you see, no one is coming from the background. They know how to handle. Even from my present scenario, if I say my students out of 10, 5 they have never gone to kitchen, but it is my duty to make them interested in the kitchen. So first day, when we do the introduction, that day we talk about all spices, all vegetables, all kind of things, and then also we give them a knife and we do them, you do it your way, then we show our technique, then really get the interest. No, this is how I have to hold my onion, I have to chop it, this is how the slice, this part has to be throw it out. So these are makes the interest when they come into the kitchen. It's not require any prior interest that or any skill. Yes.
But when we talk about professionals, because the courses which you're providing them to be a professional into the same industry, right? Go and make their career into this industry. But I think if I'm not from the background, if I don't have knowledge, even though if I have a knowledge, but to become that pro, to that professional on that level, I'm not sure if the training of this short duration is going to help me. I can be, start my career, but I want
exactly. Now coming to that point, the short course which you are talking about, like I don't have that much of 6 months or 1 year time. I want to do short course, but I want to do something like, if I see this 1.5 months, which is a very high selling course for our institute. Why? Because most of the people come for there to start their cloud kitchen. Because after Corona, as you also know, so many cloud kitchen and Zomato and Swiggy has associated, because I have faced this every day.
Even we do have so many brands doing cloud kitchen.
Exactly. So for those, abhi mere paas hai do bachche aaye where they want to start a pizza brand, and they are just doing a short course only on pizzas. So that is how we do the finishing. We do their skill up. How to source their equipments, and they go with the very happy mood and they start their brands. So that is how it helps. The short course also even helpful for there.
Understood. But to become a proper chef, I think one should go through with 1 year course at least.
Correct. Exactly. That is the recommended. If we wants to start their career, they have to go with the 1 year program.
Well, it was lovely talking to you. I mean, there are a few things which which forced me to ask some personal questions also, because I personally like the concept, the thing you're doing. So I like cooking.
So that is a good thing. Just an example. See that we have every house a chef. I mean, like they wanted to, but whatever the scenario, they cannot do it. So I think for the investor, you can find out the potential. So this kind of like the market is there. Like we have the short courses, which is the interested for your working ladies and housewives. So it's a huge market. Yes.
One last question which I want to ask you, what all models are we into? Are we doing only FOFO model, or we are doing FOFO model also?
Yeah, presently we are doing only FOFO model. We don't
FOFO model. It's franchisee owned, franchise operated.
Correct.
Okay. All right. Thanks a lot, Pradeep ji, for joining us on this.
Thank you so much. And if you want the further information, you can get it connect through online, or also
definitely. And thank you so very much for joining us on this weekend. And it was lovely interacting you and know more about your brand. And I'm sure I would love to know more even. So we'll be in touch, definitely. And I might ask you so many questions. So thanks a lot. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you for this opportunity. Thank you. Yeah.
So thank you so very much, everyone, for joining us today on this lovely weekend evening. I'm sure you have plans for tonight, and you are here with us. You're bearing with us. You're understanding it because of your interest. And I'm sure the brands and the insight which we are providing you are going to help you in finalizing your business plans. If your questions were not answered during the live event, we plan to get back to you within the next day or two. Also, you will receive an email after just this webinar on your registered mail ID. I request you to share your queries and feedbacks on your emails Also, you can get in touch with us on our hotline number, which is 9717683838, or you can just drop me a WhatsApp on my number, which is 8800493728. Once again, I would want to give you a reminder to join the community we have created for you. I have dropped the link in our chat window. You can click on that link and you can be connected with us on everyday basis. You will get all the information related to our brands, upcoming brands, ongoing brands, and the webinars we are doing to give you all the information. Tomorrow, we'll talk about a new webinar, which is, it's not a webinar, it's an offline event, which is coming on this the coming 3rd September into Delhi. And we'll be coming with some brands, but again, we'll talk about the new event, which we are coming up for the people who work from Delhi NCR. So have a wonderful evening ahead. Thank you very much.